Hi, welcome to my video on pan and tilt in MA3D. I'm just going to run through some basic stuff on understanding how pan and tilt works in MA3D versus reality. So what I've done is I've just patched 5 fixtures in here. I've patched a Mac 700, Sharpie, a Pointy, a Mac 101 and a BI K10. Now these are all just patched and left at their default positions and rotations of 0, 0, 0 on X, Y and Z, which is a standard default rotations when you add fixtures. So it's a hung fixture. Now I'm just going to have a look at the top of those, and I've got my arrows on my models. I've obviously changed from the default head mover models to my models from the model pack. So I'm just going to have a look at the top and just check the arrows on them. You can see they're all pointing forward except for the BI. BI's off at 90 degrees. That's that way just because that's the way I had to build them into MA3D. So we need to grab the BI and rotate it 90 degrees on the Z-axis, so you can see that's pointing that way, and the head is off at 90 degrees, which is the default home position on a BI. Strangely, now I'm just going to get into MAPC and I'm just going to select the whole group. I'm just going to change position a little bit, and I'm just going to tilt them. You can see they all tilt away except for the BI, which tilts to the side, which is what it does. Now I'm going to pan them, and you can see that they all, except for the 101 there, pan in a clockwise direction. The yolks pan in a clockwise direction. Now I can tell you that all of these fixtures are wrong in one way or another in the fixture library, and they do not match reality. So what you'd find is that if you use those as being correct and you did all your positions when you got to your show, you'd find that you'd be inverting pans and tilts on different fixtures just to get them pointing the right way. So I'm going to show you how you can get all of that sorted. So I'm just going to clear that, and we'll just do these one by one. So I'm going to start with the Mac 700. Now, as you can see, it's tilting away from us, and it's panning in the clockwise direction. If I open a little spreadsheet that I've included with my downloads, just the fixture pan and tilt list. If we scroll down and go to a Mac 700, down here, profile, you'll see it's got 540 pan and 246 tilt, and it turns in an anti-clockwise direction and it tilts away. And I've just put these here are the default settings that you'll find in your fixture library, and these are some things that we need to adjust, and I'll just go through all of that with you. So I'm just going to open up MAPC. I'm going to go to Setup, Patch and Fixture Schedule, Fixture Types, and we're going to go to the Mac 700 and we're going to edit. I'll go down here. Alright, we've got pan and tilt lines here. Now, we know at the moment it's tilting away and it's panning clockwise. So we know that the tilt is going in the right direction, but the pan is going in the opposite direction. So if we click on pan, click edit row, you'll see we've got some settings. We've got from and to DMX, and from and to physical. Now the key ones here are the from and to physical ones. Now basically MA3D assumes that all fixtures will tilt away and pan clockwise unless told otherwise, which is basically what you're seeing here, minus 270 degrees to 270 degrees on the pan, is going clockwise. So what we want to do to make it go anti-clockwise, we simply right click on from and make that 270 and make 2 minus 270. Now click out of all of that and save. And go back to 3D once this goes across. Well, we'll now find, if I clear that just to make it clearer, it's tilting away from us and it's now panning in an anti-clockwise direction. The yoke is panning in an anti-clockwise direction. So that now is going the correct way in MA3D, matches reality. Okay, I'm going to get back to the next one. So next one we're going to look at is a Sharpie. At the moment it's tilting away from us and panning by default in a clockwise direction. Put that in my list. It pans in an anti-clockwise direction and it tilts towards us. So as you can see over here, we want to change both of these settings, the pan and the tilt settings. So again, I'll go back to MAPC, I'll go setup, patch and fixture, schedule, fixture types, click on the Sharpie, I'm going to click edit, I'm going to go down to pan, edit row, and we're just going to swap the physical, 270 to minus 270. Now we should actually be changing these ones as well, and I'll show you why later, but I'll just go through the physical ones first. So that's the pan, we've swapped those over. So now that's going to pan in an anti-clockwise direction and tilt. Change that 125 to minus 125. That's now going to tilt towards us in MA3D, which is what it does in reality. So I'm going to close that. And now, if I select the Sharpie, it's going to tilt towards us, and it's panning in an anti-clockwise direction when I'm giving it positive values, that is. Right. Now I'm just going to change the other ones as well. So pointy, fixture types, edit. Now let's have a look at the pointy on my spreadsheet. Page. Pointy. Now here's something that happens quite a lot. A lot of the fixture libraries in MAPC are incorrect with a lot of the values, and you can see here on the default library on the pointy it's got minus 225 to 225, so that's 450 degrees of pan. According to the manual, it's actually 540 degrees. So we should actually change those to the right ones. So it's currently panning in the right direction, but it's got the wrong range, so we need to increase that to minus 270 to plus 270, and then we also need to flip the tilt directions as it goes towards us. So I'm going to do the pointy, and I'm just going to have a look at the 101s because I'll do the other ones all at the same time here. So 101, anti-clockwise in a way, and you may have noticed the 101 already panned in the right direction. That's because that library was kind of done correctly, except again it had the wrong values put in there. They've only got 430 degree of pan when it's 540, so we need to change that. And then the BI, we need to change the pan setting on that. So I'm just going to do those quickly. So I'm doing the pointy first. Alright, so we need to change that to change that to, sorry, minus 270 to 27. So minus 270 to 270. It's panning in the right direction, it's just got the wrong range. So that now gives it its full 540 degree of pan. And then in tilt, tilt value is what we need to invert because it tilts towards us. So we need to make that 135 to minus 135. And remember, the physical values is what changes the 3D. These ones here is what actually you see on your encoders, and I'll explain why we should be changing that to match those shortly. So that's the pointy Mac 101. Okay, in the pan, you'll see that that's already been inverted. Instead of a minus to a plus, which is clockwise, it's plus to a minus, which is anti-clockwise. But as I mentioned, they've got the wrong range in there. So we need that to be 270 minus 270. And we'll change that as well over here. Minus 270. And then also the tilt range on that is wrong. In the library they've got 150, so 300 degrees of tilt, where it's only 240, so we need to change those to 120. I'm going to edit the tilt, so you can see that's minus 150, so that's 300 degree of tilt where it's only got a 240, so we're going to change that from minus 120 to 120. Minus 120 to 120. So now that's still tilting away from us, but it's got the right range of tilt. And then I'm going to go to the last one, which is the BI, which, like I said, home's 90 degrees out. But we still need to make a change on that. So the BI, we need to just change the pan direction on that. So go down to pan, edit row, and we need to go to 270 to minus 270. And I'm also going to change these, which I'll explain later. Now, so it's just going to send it across to MA3D, the changes. Now, so I'm going to select all of them now. Let's cross that up. And I'm going to tilt. And I'm going to pan. You can see all things are going all sorts of different directions. Now in reality, that's the way those particular fixtures go. Now you might want all your fixtures to tilt towards you and pan left when you turn left on the encoder wheel, etc. Now I'm just going to go through a little bit of that as well. Again, I'm going to